let's take a look at the Colin McRae career celebration objectives. This is sort of a wrap up of the objectives. Yeah, there's some echo or some kind of weird thing with the microphone. So, Colin McRae career celebration. So, this is how it starts. We could look at the video. Its section is 1984 to 1989, the early years. So let's check out the video first.
Colin McRae is one of the most iconic names in rallying, as well as being one of the greatest Scottish sportsmen in history. He began behind the wheel of a Mini Cooper S at the age of just 16, accelerating through the early years of his career before taking control of vehicles such as the Peugeot 205 GTI and Ford Sierra RS Cosworth, achieving success in multiple events. Even though still considered a rookie, Colin held his own against higher-powered competition and gave a glimpse of what would become his trademark style of driving to the absolute limit.
So, the first objective was with Mini Cooper S, and the objective was to finish the stage without suffering terminal damage. And the options, there's a difficulty setting which I put to very hard. The second objective was taking control on the final stage and winning your first national championship by finishing at least second with a Ford Sierra Cosworth RS 500. Main driver crashed out of this event, and as a result Colin was able to go on and take his first national championship in typical flat out style. Done. Third objective, 1988 Wales. Maintain your current position and finish in the top 5 with a damaged engine mount. Peugeot 205 GTI. Colin McRae retired from this event due to a damaged engine mount. He was not alone in his misfortune with this 1988 rally, claiming many retirements due to car failures. Yeah. Next one, the fourth one, 1989 Sweden. Finish this final stage in the top 15 without suffering light mechanical damage to your car. Ford Sierra Cosworth RS 500 again. One of Colin's first international rallies took place in Sweden with the snow-covered roads, testing the skills and tenacity of all the drivers. Colin managed a top 15 result, which was impressive considering the harsh conditions. Yeah, I think I finished that in the first place. The fifth and final objective of the early years category 1984-1989 was 1989 New Zealand 2 stages with the Ford Sierra Cosworth RS 500. Well, that was not so good driving from my part. Quite bad actually, but yeah. The objective was to start with a starting on the penultimate stage with a 2-minute deficit, finish within 1 minute of overall first place. Facing some of his toughest competition yet, Colin fought valiantly to keep in touch with the rally leaders by expertly navigating the beautiful but tricky coastlines of New Zealand. Yeah, so those were the 5 objectives that were in the first part. So the next one, 1991 to 1994, Rising Star category. So let's check it out. This is the second one.
In 1991, Colin took control of the Subaru Legacy RS, a car that would showcase what he was capable of on the world stage. During this time, he began to demonstrate not only his raw speed and ability, but his will to win at any cost. In 1994, Subaru ran the all-new Impreza, and despite a shaky start to the season, Colin was able to show the relentless determination that would go on to define his career and lay the foundations for big things to come.
Okay. 11 objectives in this one, so there's a bit of work to be done. 1991, 1994. The first one. 1991 Wales, 1 stage. Objective: with heavy damage to the bodywork and wheel geometry of your car, finish the final stage without suffering terminal damage. Subaru Legacy RS. Information. Colin was unable to finish this Welsh rally in 1991 due to leaving the road. Colin was not the only driver to fall foul of these tricky conditions. Okay. So that's objective 6 for me. Objective 7, 1991 Scotland, 1 stage. Finish first to take the overall victory on the final stage of this event. Colin took a dominant victory at the Scottish Rally in 1991, finishing more than a minute ahead of his nearest rival. Wow. 6, 7, 8. Objective 8. 1992 Sweden. Finish in second place or above. Subaru Legacy RS. Information. Colin finished in second place during this cold and brutal Swedish rally in 1990. There were many retirements due to the harsh conditions. Okay, next one. 1992 Scotland, 1 stage. Finished first overall despite a 2-second time penalty being applied to your time post stage. Again, the Legacy. Colin was given 2-second time penalty for arriving to time control. TC, too late. Colin was one of 3 McRaes to race at this event, not an uncommon sight on the national stage at this time. Next one, 1992 Finland, 3 stages. Okay. Finish in the top 10 with heavy damage to your car and a 2-minute penalty applied to your time post stage. Yeah, that sounds interesting. Heavy damage and 2-minute penalty. Yup. Finish in top 10. Right. Okay. 1992 Colin finished this Finnish rally having suffered several rolls, damaging his car extensively. His dedication to finishing the rally on this day in history became rallying folklore. Next, 1993 New Zealand, 3 stages. Win the event, taking your first international victory. Legacy again. Combining one of the most difficult and treacherous locations on the calendar with the best drivers of the era, Colin certainly had his work cut out for him at this international event. Colin was able to build a gap on the final stage and take the win. Next, Group A, yeah, that was 1993 Wales, 1 stage. Wait. The car is an Impreza 95, but the year is 93. Okay. Dealing with an issue with your engine, finish the stage in under 6 minutes and 33 seconds. That's confusing. 1993 Wales 1 stage, Impreza 95. I don't get it. Due to engine troubles, Colin was unable to finish this event. The harsh Welsh weather meant slippery surfaces played havoc with the drivers. Okay. There's a lot of driving in this one. 1994 Monte Carlo 1 stage. 94 Impreza 95. Starting on the final stage, finished in the top 10, beating the Italian crew that are in hot pursuit. Monte Carlo is one of the toughest locations for rallying in the world. Colin managed a top 10 finish against a more experienced crew in the Lancia Delta HF Integrale in 1994. Right. Okay. Next. 1994 Greece 3 stages, again Impreza 95 in yeah. Complete all 3 stages without suffering heavy damage. Colin suffered damage to his windscreen due to his bonnet pins not being properly secured. He was eventually excluded from the event as a result. Excluded. He was eventually excluded from the event. What? Excluded because of... yeah, I don't know. 1994 Argentina 1 stage. Complete this stage in under 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Colin suffered an accident early in the rally and was unable to continue. The tricky rock-lined Argentinian stages punish even the smallest mistakes. Okay, last one. 1994 New Zealand 1 stage. Finish this stage in first place, beating your Finnish rival. Who is that? Who is that? Subaru Impreza 1995. 1994 Colin managed to take an incredible victory against his rivals on these high-speed Kiwi roads. It wasn't an easy win, with Colin taking the victory by a relatively narrow margin. Yeah. So the next stage has 11 new objectives. 1 stage, 2, that's 4 stages, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 stages, 11 objectives. Wow, that makes 16 objectives so far then. Yep. So those will be the next Colin McRae career celebration challenges, objectives, which I will be taking on one by one when I have the time and when I choose to. So yeah, that was also the wrap up of the first the 1984, 1989, the earlier objectives, and also the look at the next, the second out of the 4 things. Yep. So that's it. See you later. Bye.